Hi, welcome back to the channel. After the release of Eleanor, we've learned that even an S-class hero like Julius can be a good carry in the higher stages. Thus, it becomes clear that your typical tier list doesn't really apply in this game. What players should really pay attention to is not the individual heroes, but rather a good party combination. And speaking of party combination, we will create a good party for Julius and Eleanor. We just need to explore 3 heroes who synergize well to boost their power. Before we proceed, please support our community by hitting that subscribe button so you won't miss any Magic Chronicle videos in the future. Okay, let's dive in. We will start from these 2, so I'll explain how this works. Legacy Julius heavily relies on his dodge, shield, and crit that stacks over time. Aside from his dodge, his skill Sword Song also prevents enemies from attacking him, and since Elite Eleanor cannot be selected by the enemies when she still has ally on the battlefield, she will continue to stack the fear and damage as well as applying her debuff on the enemies. Also, she can double the critical damage of herself and the hero that has the highest attack in the party, so make sure it's your Julius that has the highest enhance of gears has to make sure he can get the highest attack. That's why in my previous videos, Julius can carry our team even with just Eleanor alone as her support. Next hero we can draft is Elite Gabriel. Gabriel also has the ability to prevent attacks from the enemies as long as she has a teammate alive. She can heal the party and can be a good distraction for the enemies to divide their attention on Julius. If Gabriel dies, Julius can support Gabriel by giving her enough time to resurrect, and this process will repeat until the enemies are down. That is, if you don't ran out of time. Next heroes on our list is Elite Andrea. In the higher stages, sometimes you can get by without good gears. The only problem is the enemies deal high damage, and this is where Andrea will come into play. She can confuse the enemies to attack one another. This way you can attack without getting attacked. Next slot can be an attacker or healer depending on the situation. Especially if you already unlocked the Mystic Tree, gives you shield or heal or even debuffs to the enemies. For long-range damage dealer you can pick Legacy Atalanta. For additional crowd control and heal you can pick Eternal plus Pan. For crowd control and damage you can pick Legacy Napoleon. If the enemies have more physical damage reduction, you can pick Legacy Hecate for damage dealer. Or if you have a high-grade Fuma, the clones can also help the team as a distraction for the enemies. Take note. The only problem when choosing immortal heroes in your main is when you reach the late stages that requires high combat power. Most of the time, we only get our immortal heroes through events as a freebies, or if we get lucky we can get duplicates here and there, but it's always a chance. So if you got stuck because of low CP, always focus on upgrading your gears. Tier up, enhance, reforge. You can also swap your grains to a much better grade. Remember that every improvement contributes to your CP, but what contributes the most are the improvements you do to the heroes you put in the battle. So if you use immortal heroes in your main party, save that star gems and summon in Witch's Prayer more often. So another day has ended. And I hope that you are still watching this video. Next guide will be on Wednesday. I plan to stream tomorrow, so if you are just starting and have question, join me in chat and maybe I can help. But just to be clear guys, we are free to play and I am not a pro. I just spent more time in the game. That's it guys. See you next time.